Hello and welcome to Wednesday's geography session. Forgot where I was for a second then. So today we are going to carry on working with what we were looking at on Monday. So we're going to look at natural disasters. But today we're going to have a look at the impact that they have on our environment, on us, when they happen. So as a quick little recap, what I want you to do is pause the video and have a go jotting down mind mapping, bullet pointing, if you can remember what you have to do if an earthquake occurs. So pause the video and have a go at everything that you can remember from Monday. Okay, so today we are going to look at lots of different natural disasters. So natural disasters like earthquakes, hurricanes and tsunamis can cause complete devastation to the areas that they hit. So there are two questions on the screen that I want you to have a think about. What do you think would be the impact on the people that live there? And what do you think would be the impact on the natural environment? So if you were to be hit by an earthquake, how would that impact the people that live in the area that the earthquake occurred? And how would that affect the environment? So I just want you to have a think about those two questions for earthquakes, hurricanes and tsunamis, because that's what we are going to have a look at today. So pause and just have a think about them. Okay, so let's have a look at some examples. So we've got Hurricane Katrina that happened in 2005 in New Orleans in the USA. So this is where it is on the map. It's the little red blob on this map for you in America. So Hurricane Katrina was a large Category 5 Atlantic hurricane, which caused over 1,800 deaths and $125 billion in damage. And it happened in August 2005. So people had to be evacuated from their roofs, and afterwards food and clean water shortages became a problem. So on the screen in front of you, you've got some environmental impact on sort of the aftermath of what happened, and it says obviously that over 1,800 people died as well. So having a think about hurricanes, and this hurricane in particular, what is the impact on the people in New Orleans and what is the impact on the environment there? Okay, so we've got Hurricane Katrina. We have also got an earthquake in Haiti in 2010. So again, we've got it on the map here to show you whereabouts it is in the world. So the earthquake struck the most populated area of the country, and it was estimated that 3 million people were affected, with hundreds of thousands of casualties and deaths. People trying to send in help were hampered by failing power and communication lines, and the roads were covered in debris. Even now, the country is still not fully recovered from the disaster. So even over 10 years later, there is still issues with the environment, sort of debris, things that haven't been able to be fully recovered from 2010. So people were trying to help. They were sending in help and supplies, but the power was failing, communication lines weren't good. And so it was a struggle to help out. So there we've got an earthquake. We've got the, some pictures of the aftermath there as well. Okay, and we've also got, thinking of a range of natural disasters, a tsunami in Indonesia that happened in 2004. About 228,000 people were killed as a result of one of the largest earthquakes ever recorded, and the giant waves that slammed into coastlines. So remember that how tsunamis are caused. The violent upward thrust of the ocean floor displaced billions of tons of seawater, which raced towards shorelines at terrifying speeds. The waves stripped vegetation from mountainsides hundreds of meters inland. It capsized freighters and threw boats into trees. The estimated cost of the damage was just under $10 billion, which is 6.4 billion pounds. So again, we've got pictures of the devastation of the aftermath, the effect that had on the environment in 2004 in Indonesia. Okay, so we've also recently had some flooding in parts of the UK after the recent storm Christoph. So we've got some pictures of Cheshire, we've got some pictures of North Yorkshire. So what I want you to do is have a pause and have a think. What do you think would be the impact of your home flooding? Would that be made worse in lockdown? So imagine that Bradley-Stoke, or wherever that you live, if you don't live in Bradley-Stoke, was flooded tomorrow or sometime soon. Would it be worse in lockdown? Why? Why not? What would the impact be? So I just want you to have a pause of the video and just have a thought about that for a moment. Okay, so on to the task today. So what I want you to do is split your page out into two, and we're going to think about the impact of natural disasters on humans and on the environment. Okay, you can think of as many different impacts as you can and explain them. It can be for any type of natural disaster, so earthquakes, flooding, tsunamis, anything that we've looked at, any natural disaster that you know. But what is the impact on humans and what is the impact on the environment of these range of natural disasters? So we're thinking just about the impact. On the screen there is two examples for you to get you going, to give you an idea. So you're going to write what the impact is and explain a little bit about it. Why is that an impact? How does that happen? Okay, so you can bullet point it. Try to write in full sentences, but think and gather as many different things as you can. Think of the range of different natural disasters that can happen.